what's going on, guys? So Hugo Ekitike is all set to sign for Newcastle United in a 5-year deal. He's clearly someone the scouting department have taken to, given he was also a target in the January transfer window. Now, much like Bruno Guimaraes, don't be put off by the fact that he plays in Ligue 1. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, given I've repeated this several times in previous videos, French football is at a much higher standard than it's given credit for and is stylistically similar to the Premier League with its pace and physicality, unlike the Bundesliga, Serie A or La Liga. It's great to see Newcastle going down the road of signing players who can shape the long-term future at the club while growing and developing at St. James's Park rather than just chasing big names or bringing in stopgap signings who will be surplus to requirements within a couple of seasons. This lad has been at Reims since he was 11 years old, so it won't be easy adapting to a new club, country and culture, but over time I'm sure he'll begin to find his feet. The fact that he's finished top scorer for a side that's finished 12th in Ligue 1 at the age of 19 just goes to show you how much potential he has. He's spearheading a side with an average age of 23.4, which isn't just the youngest in France, but across all of Europe's big 5 leagues. It's been a breakthrough season for him as a regular starter, which almost certainly won't be the case at Newcastle, but if he can bide his time, he'll get plenty of opportunities in what is an increasingly demanding footballing calendar, especially when Callum Wilson picks up his inevitable injury or Chris Wood struggles to get a shot on target, let alone find the back of the net. He's bagged goals in big away games against the likes of Lyon, Marseille and Nice, despite being part of a squad that has only scored 43 goals in the entire season. Only 5 teams have fared worse in French top-flight football. 11 goals and 5 assists is an extremely impressive return given the circumstances. Borussia Dortmund, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United and Liverpool have regularly been sending scouts to his games, which shows you just how highly rated he is around Europe. A signing that would have simply been impossible to make prior to this takeover. In terms of his style of play, some of his strengths are movement in the box, runs in behind and a quick turn of pace. His work rate and tenacity are also second to none, all about the team rather than his own individual output. He's deceptively quick and once he puts on the afterburners, there's simply no stopping him. His tall but slender build at 6'2" ensures he possesses long strides which enable him to accelerate past anyone over long distances. Do not be fooled by size, however. Not a single one of his goals have been headers. The crosses he does tuck away have all been balls played to his feet. His one-touch finishing ability is unmatched. He seems to thrive in fast-paced situations which require little thinking time, like firing rebounds into the back of the net with power and accuracy. A glaring weakness lies in his decision-making, with awareness of teammates not always present, but that's to be expected from a teenager and can only get better with experience. He rarely ever completes a full 90 minutes either, but that has more to do with tactics than fitness, given his coach is carefully managing his game time to ensure the rigors of professional football don't break his body down. Something we've obviously seen with the likes of Michael Owen in the past. Ekitike's hold-up and link-up play have plenty of room for improvement, and a coach like Eddie Howe will back himself to iron out any chinks in his armor with some training time on the pitch. If you take a look at his heat map, which I've just put up on the screen, he's primarily a centre forward but likes to drift to the left, a bit like Thierry Henry. He's obviously got a long way to go before getting anywhere near that level, but it's good to see him showcase a bit of tactical flexibility, which will allow his manager to play a fluid front 2 or 3 who interchange positions throughout the 90 minutes. Based on comments from his coaches at youth level, he's always been a down-to-earth lad off the pitch. One coach said, "He scored goals for fun but never got carried away. He was a winner who didn't show off. He always listened to improve himself without trying to be number one." Another stated, "At Christmas, you're not going to see him go to Dubai. He will stay with family, spend time with his grandparents, and take time for himself to think, rest, and go to the movies. He lives a very simple lifestyle." Now, football clubs are big on conducting background checks to ensure they're bringing in the right sort of character, and it certainly seems like this fella is exactly that. On the pitch, he can be a bit of a hothead at times, already been sent off twice, one of them for an innocuous headbutt. Not a good look, but if he can learn to channel that anger positively, then it'll get the crowd right on side. There's nothing fans love more than a bit of passion, hunger and desire to win at all costs. In terms of Newcastle themselves, the transformation since Eddie Howe's appointment has been crystal clear to see for one and all. The aim going into next season will be to keep the momentum going and ultimately aim for a top half finish, possibly even 7th or 8th if recruitment is done well. You'd have to go back to the late 90s or early 2000s to find a more exciting time to be a Newcastle supporter. There's obviously plenty of criticism in terms of how the project is getting funded, which is fair enough, but the actual approach itself is exciting to watch, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it all unfold. This club has a proper fan base, and we saw them come to life in the second half of this season, which is why Newcastle won pretty much every home game except the one against Liverpool. It's a big part of what makes the Premier League the global brand that it is, and it's great to see a club with such loyal support finally getting some time in the limelight, which they have thoroughly deserved. Feel free to ask me any questions you have about this player. I have been amazed by some of the things he's done, particularly between September and January. That run of form was truly unbelievable. Don't get put off by the transfer fee. That is to be expected in this market. Yes, it's hardly a bargain, but he could easily be worth double or triple that if he keeps developing at the pace that he's expected to. Cheers for watching, guys. Have a great day.